Peace. Welcome back to the Voices of Reason show. I'm your host, Skilo Slim. Today we got a very special guest in the building, my brother AG.
Already.
Welcome back, sir. How you doing, man?
No
It's
doubt.
good to see you, man.
Good to be back.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So I wanted to, bring you up and bring you in here, man. You can share some of your knowledge with us, man. So first, just go ahead and get the people, quick little intro and whatnot, man.
Okay. As I said before, my name is Aaron Gant. I'm CEO of AG Radio LLC, which is a music label. I'm a network engineer by trade. Just moved up. Also a founder, co-founder. There are three founders of the network, which is more of a community of artists and who get together for a common cause. You know what I mean? So we call it the network. Like the network. You know what I mean? So there's two other founders. Derek Adams and his brother, Big 12, down in Kansas City. That's where we originate from. Right on. So that's kind of me in synopsis. I moved from from Kansas City to Omaha in 2009, and I've been here since. So
yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope,
cool
man.
thing.
So how long you been doing the label, man?
Been doing the label for about 6 years now. You know what I mean? 3 really intense. When I first got up here, it was more of a hobby. I've always did DJ'd or did other little things, with music. I've always been a big music fan. I always had a huge collection of music. And I finally got into some DJing when I was in college. Really liked it. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. When I got out, I was more about business, learning the technology trade. But as I moved up here to Omaha, there's an aura here for local artists that, Kansas City's real cool for that too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
where I'm from, they do a lot of local artist stuff, and it's real cool. I grew up around a lot of local artists, Rich the Factor being one of them. A lot of good guys. Tech Nine is from my neighborhood. So we had that local artist feel already. A big influence from California back in the days of NWA, E40, all of them, right? Well, Omaha has that same aura, even harder, because you got a lot of guys up here on the local scene. It's real thick. A lot of guys are trying to make it. They got a lot of folks trying to make it. Shout out Bo Host Holly. Shout out yourself.
That's my brother right there.
Bacon from Fun Gang. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Shout out Ray Good. A lot of people out here trying to get it going. And I know them personally. I've met them. You know what I'm saying? And chill with them. And the vibe is electric. So it's something I wanted to get into. So I started using, I do a lot of sound engineering too. Like I said, I got a lot of hobbies, and sound engineering is one of them. I bought a studio, brought in a couple artists. Like I said, shout out Rival, shout out Miss VA, shout out my boy Bino James. We just signed, got a hot single that's gonna be coming out.
I gotta check that out.
And I just got more involved in it, recording them and managing the situation. Got into promotion.
Yeah.
I've been throwing a couple, throw a couple parties and some other stuff like that. And it's a good thing to be in if you can make it work for yourself.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. It take a lot of dedication, man, because you said you got a career and you going hard with this too. I mean, how you balance that?
I got 3 kids, man.
And 3 kids.
Yeah, and I'm very active. I'm 43. I'm getting up there in this business. You know what I'm saying? This business. Act like, even though all the people who on top is in their 40s. You know what I'm saying? But they want to act like that's
nobody don't know that though.
Yeah, nobody know that. But on the back end, it does take a lot of energy. You get discouraged. It takes a lot of work. I know a lot of people who were in this. I'm virtually a new guy. I've been doing it for about 6-7 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm what I would say is new. Most people that I know. And the people that I grew up with, they're approaching 2 decades in this game.
Right.
Or been trying to do things for years, you know what I'm saying? Aspects within the t-shirts, you know what I'm saying, the parties, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know radio DJs, shout out Cool Wayne down in Kansas City. These guys are all working hard every day. I've watched them work, and they have been my inspiration even before I wanted to be involved in it. Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just got appreciation for how much work it takes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. So you got to have that energy. You got to still be daddy. You got some kids. That's number one priority. I can do that before you do anything, you know.
Yeah.
And you got to make some money. So until this pay, where you can live that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Until then,
sure.
you got to punch a clock, bro. And ain't nothing wrong with that. They try to frown on punching the clock, but that's the best hustle you can have.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. When it's all over with, said and done, thing that's going to carry you through is that day-to-day hustle. Not no lucky door opening or no happy song. It's going to be what you do day-to-day.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. People do discourage that too, man. I be talking to my young brothers and I be like, man, why y'all don't want to just do any job, man? It's cool. Because you got your, you know what I'm saying, like in your mind, you this. In your heart, you know you this. But what's wrong with making it work? Like, why you want to risk your freedom, you know what I'm saying? Or your life potentially when it's like you don't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? If you an MC, you doing music, whatever it is you doing, you can still bust your moves without, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I really respect that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you got a trade, you got a skill. Like you said, you went to college and you still doing what your passion. Like that's dope.
Now, okay, the caveat to that too is I didn't graduate college. Like I'm a senior engineer. I've been doing network engineering for well over a decade. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, I'm still I'm very active in that. I have to. That's what pays my bills. You know what I'm saying? I've been a daddy for 23 years. I'm active in that, you know what I'm saying? And for the studio stuff, it's like you're saying, it's not about, you got, what your mama tell you, don't be a follower, be a leader.
No doubt.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So the thing that discourages most about the young cats is it seems like that it's kind of what's going on with the presidency and actually the world when you think about it. Everything is more of a reality TV type of situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We were molded TV we had upbringing, right, by the TV, doubt. Right? But we also had community. They don't have that. They really don't have that. They're taking that from them daily. You know what I'm saying? Community. It's all being TV. Everything's a show for TV. I mean, you look at the things that's going on with the presidency, and you almost think this dude's showing out for the TV more than making conscious decisions.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
So when you got that type of society, you know what I'm saying? You got to really think about that. Think about what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You got guys now where no disrespect to nobody who's involved in a certain type of life or how they live their life or nothing like that. But when you got real questions on sexuality, when you got real questions about what's acceptable and what's not, and even when you're so far against the norm that they want to make it you're okay anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's not always the case, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of these cats, when you telling them it's okay to be lazy, it's okay to, live your life.
That's just you.
My mom wouldn't let me do that.
Yeah.
We couldn't be lazy.
No,
you can ask a 20-year-old right now what you want to be when you grow up. He ain't even understanding he's grown up.
Yeah.
He'll answer that question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. When it's like
and it probably be like, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we grew up with where the teachers, made you do some things, right? You asked me what I wanted to be in 6th grade. I promise you this. I was saying I wanted to be a computer engineer, and there wasn't even no computers out there really like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 43, bro. I remember no internet. It was a zip cable when you had the 20 channels, you feel me?
Yeah,
you had to hit the A and B and all that, you know what I'm saying? So these
Yeah.
boys got phones, they got the information, they got the world in their hands.
Right. That changed a lot.
And most of them sitting at the house.
Yeah.
They don't know what they want to be or what they want to do. It's almost information overload. Plus the reality, the reality aspect of that is they put so much negative feedback to us, right? That you become callous to it.
Yeah.
Think about how all the we had the little last summer the little period, then about 20 kids got shot. Police just taking kids out left and right.
Right.
You didn't have enough time. You really didn't have enough time to be sorry about Tamir Rice because the next thing happened. You didn't have time to be sorry about Trayvon Martin because 2 weeks later some other shit happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't even process it in fast enough.
Yeah.
Our children and the younger generation, and it's not so young, I would almost say like even 30 and under, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like my generation may be the last, what I call who even give a shit. You know what I mean? Because they've been involved. They've been pushed so much negative toward them and so much keep pushing through the negative.
Right.
They callous about it.
Yeah, man.
They don't care about not doing nothing. They don't have no standards. They don't care about none of that.
It's like my life could be gone.
That's why now when you have your children that are overachievers, when you have your people that are overachievers, they shine like bright lights.
Right.
Because so everybody's so cool with the norm.
Yeah.
I don't think like somebody might look at me. I know cats who will look at me who tell me daily, you got more energy than that. Man,
Right.
you should be, you got more
keep
energy
going,
than that.
keep
These
pushing.
dudes is 50 and 60 cats that grow up that ain't scared to come to me and still treat me like they nephew.
Right.
You know what
You
I'm
need
saying?
that, though.
You need that.
Yeah,
but the
you
little
gotta have
kid,
it.
but now, let me go to some younger cats now and it gets a little harder.
Right.
They don't want to accept that type of feedback. They mama told them they was okay no matter what they do.
Yeah.
I can go to work and stand on the table. I can go to school, stand on the table at home, and mom say you good.
Yeah.
They grew up, you know, they been coddled by their moms, and we was grew up by villages, and they been coddled by mom with no dad around.
Right.
You know
It's
what I'm
like it
saying?
kinda-
It ain't a
yeah.
good combination. Not shout out to the single moms. I know they doing y'all thing.
Yeah,
I don't
they
mean it
definitely-
like
yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? It's more so about, you know, the message that you
That
send.
balance, though. You're right, though.
Yeah,
Because
that
I mean,
balance.
you know, we be out in the neighborhoods, and it's like, man, you can't be soft and doing all that. You gotta be ready to compete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
you
like
can't do it.
that's the main thing I be noticing with the kids. It's like, okay, you playing ball and you love playing ball, but then you meet that kid that's a little better, a little quicker, and it's kind of like, okay, I really don't love ball like that.
There you go.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the
Like I don't
good-
really want to play.
Or, boy, let me learn this dribble, and I got him.
Yeah.
Now that's two different
different,
crossroads,
yeah.
bro. That this way, this dude liable to be NBA star. This way, he ain't gonna never finish nothing. Because the first
yeah.
time somebody beat him, he
gonna
threw.
quit, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a mentality, man, that we wasn't never, you couldn't
Back
get.
out there again,
You
yeah.
know, we was instilled that, and we're losing that. On top of everything that the government and the city and all the powers that be that kind of control some things or taken away from you anyway.
Right.
You know, it's a recipe for disaster, man. It's like the perfect storm in which we lose on all levels.
Right,
You know,
right.
we lose on all levels.
That's why it's important to me, man, to highlight people like yourself and to try to put my best foot forward. And it's because it's people that I don't want to say I don't like them, but we ain't cool like that. But I still try to boost up what they doing because it's like in the bigger picture, that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who don't relate to me, they might relate to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And vice versa, every which way. So it's like we got to get that spirit of like, we responsible, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I was having a conversation with somebody, we was talking about the same thing we talking about, where it's like, man, the generation after us, man, they soft, they this and that. And my position was, well, if your generation made us a certain way, and the generation after us is now this way, who fault is that?
Right.
Got to be ours, you know what I'm saying? We ain't engaged with them. We ain't going out there messing with them. Like I remember, used to be the OGs around, like, you skip school, think you about to skip school and come hang out? No, you're not. Get out of here.
Not with us, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get
Yeah,
out of
we
here.
ready
But
for
now
that.
it's like we doing our own thing, and it's like, dang, where the kids at? They just doing whatever. Ain't nobody holding them accountable.
Well, now what you got, I feel like you got a snowball effect, right? You know, it started with the, you know, when mandatory sentence. You think about it, you know, like I said, 80s and 90s, if you're familiar with that time.
No doubt.
We lost a lot of real people who had real ideas. They may have bad ideas on how to get it, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, how to establish themselves, you feel me? But they had real family values, you know what I'm saying? My father was one of them, big, you know what I'm saying? Sold a lot of dope, but had great family idea, you know, great family values. I love him to death, you know, no matter what they say about him, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know this person. And it's like, it's the same deal when you know, it's the same story, family to family. The matriarchs and patriarchs of the family are incarcerated or dead.
Right.
You know, literally from whatever, you know, the streets,
even
you know,
matter,
whatever
yeah.
it is, they're gone. And literally we've been left with a generation of children and you know, like I keep saying, this is not a young thing no more. This, you know, from cats who's, you know, maybe 30 and under.
Yeah, like I'm 33, so
You
it's
know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of cats in your age bracket didn't grow up with their daddies. They didn't know about
Yeah.
that. Their daddies was either killed or they got the mandatory sentences. They did life for a quarter ounce of dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They was
saying?
out of
Or
the
something
picture.
like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's all messed up now. You know what I'm saying? So you're really dealing with years and years. It ain't. So I feel you when you say, oh, you know, this generation up, so maybe it's our fault. I don't know. You know, we take a little blame in it, but on the end, this is a culmination.
of things. Yeah, you're right.
Man, and all you got to do, really, if you're able-minded, I mean, you could get caught up in this whirlwind and it becomes very hard to see, right? But if you step back and you really look back, you can see it. You can see all this not geared toward us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your job, though, is not to cry about it. Your job is to overcome it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And because you don't have a choice, you kind of got to overcome it. You know,
you
I'm a
gotta do
victim. I got my vices, you know what I'm saying? I got my shit I fall forward to, you know what I'm
we
saying?
all do, man.
I'm working on them, you know what I'm saying? And here, it makes me feel good when you consider me okay. But like I said, I got the job within myself and the people who have raised me to let me know, you underachieving, cuz.
Yeah.
You was underachieving, cuz. I don't care what nobody say about you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know you. You can do more. That's how I challenge my children. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I challenge my grandchildren. God forbid I get to see them. Because my dad ain't get to see his grandchildren.
Right.
I got a little brother, 20 years old, got killed in the streets. He ain't see his nieces and nephew like that. He seen him, but he ain't get to see him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But my father didn't get to see his grandkids. I am determined not to be that person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I will enjoy my grandchildren, and I hope I die in a bed, slippers. You know, they want to act like that's bad. I want to die in some pink slippers, bro. Yeah, with my whole family around me. I ain't trying to get shot up and go out like, oh, I ain't got time for that.
Man. Ain't no
you know what I mean?
For that, man.
Yeah, I ain't got no time for that. You know what I mean? So I think that's the challenge, man, is to survive and still instill some type of values within them that they can pass on. Not this, you know, the kind of shit that's going on now. You got to teach them not to fall into the messages that they putting out on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I got the Molly. I'm drinking. I'm smoking. We wild.
You got to get past
your
that.
kid. You know what I'm saying? Blessed are you if you got children that are not listening to it or can actually filter it out and I like the beat. Yeah. Okay, I'm just having fun with it. You got some kids listening to that.
Sucking it in, man.
Sucking it in, bro.
Yeah, that's
and
life.
They think this is the way to be. You say you pop a Zanny, I'm popping a Zanny and I kicked it with her. That boy think that's the way.
That's what you do.
To do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta, if they listening to it and if it's your song that made him think that way, you got a responsibility. Yeah. I don't give a you say.
Yeah, you got a responsibility.
You got a responsibility toward that, and you got your next song ought to be how I was just talking, dog. Don't pop that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's
or at least to give your story, man.
Nobody got all the answers, and some of my shit even sound stupid, but it's like, you know what I mean? I just think it takes a better conscience. We had better conscience back then. You know what I mean? You hate to talk like that because it make me feel old to say it all back then. You know what I'm saying? But it's real though. Yeah. But it's real though. It's no conscience, man. We're growing that way. We're becoming very, I find myself becoming very, okay, they blew up 20 kids today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the norm.
We're becoming very callous, man. But our children, they shaped, bro. They're being shaped to become not caring about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's the media and all of this music and all this stuff that says, you know what I mean, whatever you feel like and whatever you're doing is okay. Yeah. Offend who you want, do what you want.
And that's crazy. It's like an uncivilized life, you know what I'm saying? You don't got to respect other people.
It is.
Yeah, I'm not with that. I try hard to push that to my kids, you respect everybody and you expect respect back. Yeah. But I agree with you 100%, man, because you just look, you just watch the news, man. I don't even watch the news no more. Because it's depressing to me. It's like what you say, it's like I start getting heartless, those 50 people died today, 100 people died yesterday, and 10,000 gonna die tomorrow, whatever. And that's not cool, you know what I'm saying?
I think to myself, you say you don't watch it, it's on 99% of the time for me. I love a good horror flick. You feel me? And it's you know what I'm saying? It's just, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, World War III on tap. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's just, man. I wake up every morning and there's some news. You know what I'm saying? And I'm an information hound. Right. You know what I mean? So I feed into it. Like I said, I got my own flaws, bro.
Yeah,
we all do.
We all do.
But like I say, I feel the heart in it. Yeah. Like I said, okay, so they dropped a chemical bomb on some kids in Syria. They should have got out the way. You know what I'm saying? And what you ain't understanding is that the ramifications of what this type is, and God forbid if you was the one. Can you imagine?
Suffer that.
Yeah, got to suffer that. So. I don't know, man. I'm trying to get better. That's all I can say. I think if your mission is to get better and you truly trying to do that, hey,
Yeah, the universe won't deny you, man.
The universe won't deny you, bro. I like that. I'm gonna have to use that.
Yeah, straight up, man. I take that to heart, man. Because if you putting good out, man, you're gonna get good back. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like there's nothing mysterious about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when I was at my worst, you know what I'm saying? It was only gain I had was financial. But everything that was near and dear to me was going, you know what I'm saying? Because it's I'm a foul person. So it's I'm getting money, but it's before it was dang, I had love. I had people around that I could trust. And now it's who is all these people? You know what I'm saying? Why is they all around? Why is it why do I seem so unlucky? It's because every move I'm making is all about me. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion of it. You know it could be whatever. But once I stop doing that, it's things start slowly falling in place. As far as my mental health and, financial, everything. It was just I ain't had that stress of, like thinking every day, like, dang man, I ain't, I'm a bogus person, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's just how it go.
It's you're gonna have an event. I tell, like, I got a little guy. He's troubled youth. He's like 13, man. He keeps getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then I try to talk to him and just let him know, you know what I'm saying, that one day you're gonna have a reckoning. You can try to listen to when, God, I won't say God, but it's like life sends you messages. You know what I'm saying? You'll get, life tries to correct you. I want to believe that. Like, I really believe that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're getting off your chosen, not saying life scripted or nothing like that, but when you kind of getting off your intention, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Life tends to correct you. You feel me? And try to like, hey man.
Yeah, you get that little slack.
Go back this way, bro. You got the choice.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you'll notice deteriorate as you go the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you go the right way, you'll see it get brighter, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And that's what, and a lot of that comes with advice. Listen to your peoples who's like, hey man, don't do that.
Yeah, you
Come on, man.
right.
That ain't gonna do nothing but lead you the wrong way. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Listen to that. I listen to it, but you'll do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you'll learn.
Run
You know
into
what I'm
that
saying?
wall.
But you really could have just listened to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's kind of the issue that my little partner got, where he's not receptive to constructive advice, and he prefers to learn it, through life, and life's catching up. Life will win.
Yeah,
if you
catch
keep
up
challenging
quick.
life yet.
Nah,
I mean,
that's
Jesus ain't beat life, dog.
Nah, nobody.
Nobody beats life,
No.
man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, little cuz is gonna learn the hard way. He got a court date coming up, and I'm praying for him, and I hope he does all right. I'm gonna show
wish
up.
him the
I'm
best,
gonna give
man.
him some support. 13 years old, man, just going through, and they don't mind putting you in this system. And that's the thing that maybe some people not understanding when it comes to, making your kids feel like it's okay to do things that they shouldn't do, or when your morality is kind of or in the wrong place. Life has a way of correcting you.
Every time.
Or getting you out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you
They
don't
got a
really-
place for you.
They got a place for you, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it don't take me to tell you. You can get that from anybody on the street. Everybody.
Anyway,
Pretty much
no
you,
secret.
because, you know what I'm saying?
Some people don't care, or they gave up hope or something. I don't know what it is. But
Well, or sometimes it take a whole, I understand, but I can get away with it.
yeah.
you
That
know.
still hold true, man.
Yeah.
You're right about that,
Yeah,
man.
they know better.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. You do right about that.
But the real deal is, like you said, you try to show them a positive thing. You know what I'm saying? You try to show, ways to get past things. Like I say, I get in, I work hard. I think, I try to work hard. You know what I'm saying? And keep my hands in a bucket, because idle time is the devil's workshop, right? You know what I'm saying?
Say that again,
if you got a lot of free time, when you know what I'm saying, you tend to some stuff to do. You know what I mean? But like I said, we got, we working on a couple album releases. My man Rival's coming out, he's a new artist, and I got my man Bino James, he's gonna release a single. I got my nonprofit I'm working on. The job, of course, keeps me busy. I just got back from DC, installing a building up there.
Straight up.
So I mean, but this stuff keeps me okay, so that when I sit down, you got less time to drink, less time to do all of these things that can liable to get you in trouble. You can remain productive. And I'm at a time in my life where I need to be productive. So it's like that's what I'm preaching, that's what I'm doing, that's what I tell the label mates, that's what I tell anybody I'm doing business with.
Right.
If we ain't, I ain't here to waste your time, I hope you're here to waste mine.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to get somewhere, we got a goal.
Yeah, and take hard work.
And we working toward that goal.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So where can everybody find your music and whatever you want to share with them?
Okay, like I said, you could search AG Radio on the internet. We all over iTunes. I got the newest compilation out, is Midwest Best Compilation, spelled just like that. Midwest Best Compilation, KC to the O-N-E, so that'd be KC, the number 2, THAONE. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who ain't up on that, that's Kansas City to Omaha. We got 33 tracks on there, 6 states represented, mainly from, you know what I'm saying, up in there. We got Chicago up in there. We got St. Louis up in there. Check it out. Do a search for Greenbacks. You can do a search for Miss VA. Do a search for Rival. And we're all over the internet. We're all over Spotify. You can also catch us on SoundCloud. Get on Facebook, AG Radio. That's AGRADIO. You know what I'm saying? That's the fan page. We all over the place, man. Just get out there and look. Fan base is growing. We're getting stronger. And like I said, as long as you stay a positive direction, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be out here.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. I definitely want to wish you the best, man. For
No
real,
doubt.
man. I'm glad you came through, man.
I'm glad you had me.
Man.
Anytime y'all want me to talk, man. This is my folks, Skilo Slim, man.
Yeah, man,
Know
that's
that.
peace, man, straight up, man. So, well, there you go, man. I hope y'all caught them jewels that was getting thrown out, man, because we need them. And as always, peace.
Peace.
Beautiful, man.